Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Gaskins here. Hold on right quick. Let me see something. All right. Popping in tonight. Now, got to catch my breath a little bit. I had to run my son folder to the kitchen, throw my bike out running. I ain't want my baby boy to forget his school folder in here, and then I forget it's in here, and they looking everywhere tomorrow for it. So I was supposed to do a Sunday sermon today, but the Lord didn't give me nothing today, so couldn't do a Sunday sermon. That's why I can't be a pastor, because I can't just speak from me. I gotta be able to speak from what the Lord give me. So I ain't get a sermon in, so I figured I'd do a Q&A. Now, we used to do these every Sunday night, but life happens sometimes. And the day I was with my 13-year-old boy, and we talked about the birds and the bees. And so I just want to remind the parents, all the parents that see this, when you see this, if you have not talked to your 12, 13-year-old about the birds and the bees, go ahead and have that talk. Because the worst thing you want to do is let the world get to them before you get to them, because you think they innocent. And while I'm talking to my son today, I realized he know more stuff than I thought. And that's how it be. This notification today probably was a little late. I just sprung this on y'all. Is it okay to have options when single, keeping legs closed? Yes, it's okay to have options, and you should have options. The only time that it's not okay to have options is when you're sleeping with somebody. And when you're sleeping with somebody, you should be married to them. So, but as long as you're not sleeping with anybody, you're not losing. Esmeralda, all right, Esmeralda done made it on in here. X wants to get me back. He is willing to do the coaching sessions. What else should he do to know it's real? Well, if he does coaching, you should do coaching as well. And y'all possibly can do coaching with the same coach, but just individual sessions. Because if he's doing coaching for you, the coach will also be able to tell you if he or she thinks that he's serious and that he's ready. And so you can kind of take that professional's opinion into consideration when you're making your decision. But don't just let him do coaching, you do coaching, because in your coaching, you may find out you need to move on with your life. What does it mean? He said, I'm the smart choice, but he chose someone else. It means that, he's not ready to be smart. It means he's trying to let you down easy. It means that, he's looking to go a different route. Let me put my hat on, because my head cold. Sometimes I got to get my head cold, make my body shiver in here. My office cold in here. Keep the office cold in front of the lights. And when a man says to you, it's me, not you, essentially that means he don't want you, but he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. And so you just got to take it as like, okay, he's not ready. We're not a fit, and he's trying to let me down easy. That's what it is. Like, don't keep prying. Don't keep pressing him. Don't, oh, you're not a real man. You can't tell me what it really is, because then he liable to say something that'll hurt your feelings that you may never forget. And you be playing it over in your head the rest of your life. What's the difference between perfection and doing your best? Truthfully, perfection is doing your best, because there's no such thing as perfection, because perfection is subjective. So all we know as perfection is Jesus Christ. Other than that, perfection is progress. Perfection is doing your best. But when you do your best, you're gonna realize you're gonna surprise yourself. How do you know when you are ready to be in a relationship? You know, my daddy told me when he was coaching me, my wife made me get coaching. When we first got married, 2 months in, I made her leave because I went back to the street life. And when I begged her back, one of her stipulations was that I had to get coaching. And in that coaching, I was talking to my daddy, and he said, son, you gotta love like you've never been hurt before. And I was like, wow. And when I heard you gotta love like you've never been hurt before, that right there, that blew me away. So if you still hurting from your ex, if you start to talk to somebody and then you realize that you talking to them and you blaming them for something somebody else did, and you questioning them for something somebody else did, and you don't believe them and they haven't given you a reason not to believe them, that's when you know you're not ready for a relationship. That's when you're not ready for a relationship, and you got to be mindful of that. You got to know what's real. 8 months relationship. 8 months relationship. Boyfriend breaks up with me over argument. My girlfriend saw him back on the dating site 3 weeks later. Confronted him, and he said he wanted to make things work between us. Yeah, he just talking. He just talking. He want to be where he at on that dating now. Tessie, God bless you now. How to know when to give up on a relationship or to be patient when the man really isn't saying much to know where you stand in the relationship. That's when you know it's time to leave. When a man isn't telling you much and he got you standing still, that's when it's time to leave. Because see, when a man wants you, you will know that he wants you. There will be no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You'll know that he wants you. So you got to understand that now. Because man is he about what he about. He gonna be moving. He gonna be moving. Why do grown boys that have girlfriends always reach out? You answered your own question. Because they're grown boys. I'm 58 years, getting over a crazy marriage. Need a mature coach to deal with complicated situation. Lots of years, married, adult, kids. Go on mymentor.life. See that behind my head? Mymentor.life. We got several coaches on there. And a lot of them over the age of 50. So they'll understand you. They right there where you at. And know what you're going through, what you're feeling. If you click on the filter, when you click on find a coach or browse coaches, if you click on the filter, you'll be able to also select divorce, and coaches who coach individuals who divorce will be able to help you. They'll pop up. Caught my boyfriend talking to someone we already had issues with. He says he wants me, but is still talking to the girl because he needs a ride to work. Don't understand how he wants me, but still dealing with her. Okay, this your boyfriend. All right, so you got a couple issues in here now. This your boyfriend, and he doesn't have a car. Okay, he doesn't have transportation. So that's not a good thing, because a man need to get his life in order before he worry about juggling women. So how are you allowing a man who doesn't have transportation to juggle you? See, if I'm a woman, a man gonna juggle me, he need to have 3-4 cars. If a man don't have transportation, he shouldn't even be able to get on the phone with a woman. All he need to be on the phone with is Uber and Lyft. He shouldn't even have your phone number, and that's why I tell a lot of people, they come and they say, oh, I want to do this and do that, but times is tight. I can't afford it right now. I say, okay, well, that's what you need to be focusing on. You need to be focusing on getting that in order. So I always tell you, don't be with a man for money, but he should be a independent person. You can't be with a dependent. See, that's a man. He's a dependent. He gonna be dragging you down. He gonna be holding you down the whole relationship. So not only is he cheating on you and lying to you and dealing with this other woman, she ain't driving him to work for free. Okay, he putting that pole on her. He putting that pole on her. So you got to understand that. And on top of him lying and going against the rules of the relationship, he also can't pick you up and take you on no date with y'all mask on. You got to go. God bless you. All smile bless you now. Thank you, Tony. Because of you, I have a new view on dating and life. Stay off your bike. Hey, God bless you now. Let me see. Let me see now. Let me see. Is it weird to research a guy before showing interest, like checking their socials, etc.? Or do guys think it's weird? No, it's not weird. Everything that's able to do for free. Check their Instagram. Check it's a relationship resume. Check their Facebook. Google their name. I remember one of y'all relationship coaches. I remember a long time ago, people kept saying his name to me, and I Googled him, and he had a mug shot. He had a mug shot for domestic violence. I said, I wonder how many people done Googled him. Now, I know we go through stuff. I went through stuff. But when you go through it all the way to where you get the handcuff put on you, you went a little too far. So it's important that you Google people. And you see what's out there. Because you might Google this man and you find something, he an offender, and you got a daughter that's 13. And he on the offenders list. You might not know that. You see what I mean? So check everything you could check. Because that's the resume. Maria, God bless you now. God bless you. Tony, I have one question, but this one is just to say thank you. Workouts, 2 a day. Cut out all secular music. Been watching and rewatching vids. My son, my brand, my business, number one in my life. I feel grateful. Owe it to you and your wisdom. Reminds me of how my mama was. God bless you now, Maria. Now, okay, Maria in Canada, and I believe Maria is a coach now on my mentor.life. So y'all get on there now, especially in Canada. Only one Kenny, God bless you now. Kenny, God bless you. I sure appreciate you. Now make sure y'all put the hashtag Q in front of your question and try to keep only questions in the chat for now. We'll open up the chat a little later, but I'll try to get through as many questions. What are your thoughts on the Stallion situation? I haven't really looked too much into it, and so I can't really, I don't like to speculate on stuff where the details not out there enough. But I heard the young man is yay big, and so when a lot of time when you dealing with a man that's yay big, they have a lot of other issues. And so I don't. A lot of times women say, "Oh, I want a man 6'4", 6 foot." Now I don't necessarily condone that, like just want a man just because he tall. But a lot of times men have different issues, and it might be because he looks challenged. That gentleman had lost his hair, and I don't even know if he 35. He had lost his hair, had to go to the hair doctor, and then I heard he yay big. So see, this is how I look at people. If a man is 5'3" and he done lost his hair before 35, I don't want to be nowhere near him. I don't want to be in the same car. I don't want to be anywhere, especially if he don't know God. Now, if he 5'3" and he done lost his hair and he knows the Lord, then I could be around him. But if he 5'3" as a grown man and he done lost his hair and he don't know the Lord, he's shooting up everything. Every woman he'd have been with, he got the Conor McGregor. He jumping off the bed. He jumping on a bike. He jumping on a bike. Because he gonna have issues. And that's how you got to look at people too. You got to realize that a lot of times people act out of what they've been through. So I don't know all the details now, but just from what I could see, I believe him. I believe he did that. Suyapa, God bless you. Hello, I'm a teenager trying to start early in life. All right, now. I don't know if you're supposed to be on here now. I hope you 19. I'm a moderator in some Discord servers I am in, wondering if I can maybe moderate your lives. Thank you. How do I contact you if hired? Okay. All right. I finally got one of them names now. Your name is it's not an American name, so I see you got some culture in you. And you come from a culture of, hustlers, go getters. God bless you. But you ain't got no picture up. So for one, me personally, I read people, and I can look at a person in their face and tell their whole life story. And so, me personally, I need to see a picture first. But the other thing is too is the people who moderate in these chats. They didn't ask me could they moderate. I just saw them serving. They was helping and they was helping, and then that's why I just kind of pressed it one day and it showed me, oh, make moderator. So that's how that happened. It wasn't like a hiring process or nothing like that. It just support us. And so, I think we got 5 of them now. So I think we might be capped out. So it's not a paid position. Okay. All right. God given. God bless you. X asked if I needed some because I expressed something I didn't like regarding our daughter. He stated I was angry. Why would he say this? He just talking. He just talking. He's still the grown boy that you left. He's just talking. It's just a tactic to make you feel crazy. So it's like men do it all the time. We'll say to a woman, is it your time of the month? Like, do you need some? Like, what you get the vibrator? You see what I'm saying? Sometimes men will do stuff like that just to mess with your head, to make you feel crazy, to make you kind of, you know, chill or change your story. It's just a tactic, grown boy tactic. Pretty Taurus, God bless you. Left a grown boy. He watches every IG story, likes every post. He sent a message, then unsent before I could open. What's up with his behavior? Well, you left a grown boy. He's struggling because a man's ego, a man never wants to lose. So when you leave a grown boy, he's going to chase you because what he want to do is get you back or have you come back to him so he could get that last laugh, so he could get that last lick in. So if you go back to a grown boy, he's going to hurt you worse than he did the first time around, and then he's going to leave you before you can leave him. So really, also what you got to realize is when you're dealing with people, you form a soul tie. So he has a soul tie. And when I say the soul tie strangling him, what I'm talking about is he starts to miss you because he's thinking about you. And he missed that toxicity. He missed having you as his fangirl, as his, do girl, as his, punching bag, test dummy. He missed that role that you in. So it started to tug on him. And that's why he coming to try to play mind games. Now, when you leave a grown boy, truthfully, you ought to block him. Truthfully, you ought to block him. Hey, Tony, when a man says you think you're too good for me or something, does he feel she is too good for him or he's just talking? Well, it's up to you to know how you treating him. If you treating him like you too good for him, then he mean what he's saying. If you're not treating him bad and y'all cool and y'all just talking and y'all kicking it and all that, then that's just conversation. That's just conversation. But you got to pay attention to it though, because if you don't want him and he's not on your level, and so you are giving him a little distant energy, but yet you still talking to him, eventually you're going to fall for him and you're going to fall on your back. Going to be on your back. He going to put that thing on you, and then he going to have you hooked, and then he going to dog you out. He going to drag you through the mud because you used to treat him like a redhead stepchild. So whenever you dealing with a man, make sure you want that man. Don't be with no man that got to grow on you. He real nice, but him and Tory Lane the same height. They both 5'3". And so I'm trying, but it's like, girl, he called my name, I look, and I be looking over his head. There you go. And it's just hard for me. If a man got to grow on you, go on about your business. Go on about the business. He don't have to be drop dead gorgeous. He ain't got to be the man of your dream. But you at least need to, I like him. You know, he look good, you know, handsome, nice, well spoken, you know, chivalrous, polite. It at least need to be some attraction. It shouldn't be no man that you got to, oh, Lord, please give me the strength, Lord. Just soften my heart for this man. You made him like this, please. All that right there. Cause when you fall, he gonna get you. Pinky, God bless you now. Hey Tony, how are you? I was just wondering if you noticed the rise of hell, and what do you think about it? Now, I don't really know what that is, but I saw a video one day that somebody sent me, and it had them words. I don't like say all the words because I don't really know what it mean. And words have power, and on here I don't know if it's a word that they don't like, so I don't say all them words, but I don't really know what that is. Now, what I gathered from the man, he sounded like he was bitter towards women, and he looked like, the video I seen was a Caucasian gentleman. He looked like a mad scientist. He looked like he used to get punched in the eye for no good reason. I remember it was a young Caucasian brother I went to school with, and my homeboy Rodney, who was a black dude, used to just punch the boy in the eye. Like every week, he just punched the boy in the eye, and I was like, man, why you keep hitting that boy in his eye? The boy eye is black. Why do you keep hitting the boy in the eye? Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't like the way he look at me. I don't like the way he look at hit that man in the eye. So the red pill, excuse me, I said the word. Okay, come, silent. Okay, that's what I felt like it was. One of them movement. The guy I saw doing the video, he looked like he get a punch in the eye. And so what you got to realize about these men that's pushing these things is they just butt hurt. They just butt hurt. They typically what it comes from is being overlooked by women, or they shoot they shot at a woman that they know out their league. They get the woman give them a little bit of play, get some free meals off of them, and then they find out the woman sleeping with their ex-boyfriend, or go back to their ex-boyfriend, or cheat on them. And then from that day forward, these men hate women. And that's really what the movement about. So stay away from it. Don't be watching the video, giving them views. It's just ignorance. And if you do watch the video, watch it with an ad block on there. So you ain't seeing no ads. Barbara, God bless you. I am sending this gift to you because you dropped the price of the social media mastery course just when I was about to purchase it. That email was a buzzer beater. I'm so thankful. Hey, God bless you now. God bless you. Sometimes people be on the other side of that and they catch it after it. Then Natalia, God bless you. They be paid for it the next day. It's a little sale. Camelot, I see you, but your message got retracted. And I be feeling bad for him. I say, hey, nah, this ain't Neiman Marcus now. I can't give you the sale price a day after you done bought it now. Ain't got it like Neiman Marcus. So I'm glad you got it. So right now, the social media mastery course is for life coaches and people building a brand. It's called Social Media Mastery. And I'm basically teaching you how I built my social media following, to over 3 million people between Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I don't count, I'm not counting YouTube in that because YouTube is my smallest network. I just started really paying YouTube some attention late last year. Even though I've had it since 2011, I really just started consistently doing YouTube last year. So social media mastery is for coaches and authors and speakers who building their brand. And it's on TonyGaskins.academy.com. Maria, God bless you now. Tony, what would you say to 21-year-old young man, not motivated, smoking daily, now with a young woman, 2 kids, who is not elevating, coaching with you, number of sessions? He was at the event in Canada. Well, if he 21, the work with me, that's a little costly for a 21-year-old. Now, if he getting to it, he got a good job, then okay, or if he got somebody sponsoring him. First of all, I wouldn't recommend him doing coaching with me because it's a better use of his money, because my rate is for really established adults who working and getting a good income. Now, 21, we got younger coaches on my mentor.life like Caleb, who y'all saw on my channel, Caleb. We got a few other young men on there, Teddy and Vernon, and it's another brother on the home page. I can't name, missing me right now. But have them go on my mentor.life, look through some of those men first. And if it absolutely come down to it, the way he got to work with me, I really don't know what I'll say to him, to be honest with you, because whenever I'm talking, it's literally a spirit flow. I don't have really a canned answer. And so I have a million questions for him. And essentially we'll get down to the root of why he's lost. A lot of times these young men, when they look at where they smoking started and they drinking started, they'll see it started in an insecure moment when they was around guys or women that they thought were cooler than them and they wanted to fit in. And when they evaluate that and get to the root of it, they realize that they're ruining their life for the sake of people who may not even still be in their life. So, you could help them though, Maria. You're a coach. Bree, God bless you. I'm 28. I live with parents and my child. I want to buy a townhome because rent is too high in the state and I don't feel comfortable staying in an apartment as a single mother. Bad relationship with mom. Buy a home or tough it out. Well, unless your mom slapping you in your face or the words she's saying to you is really tearing you down, then I would tough it out until you at a position where you really can go ahead and buy that townhome. But buying a house ain't necessarily the easiest. Buying a home is not necessarily the easiest thing in the world because you got to have a down payment in most cases. And so that's a lump sum. And then you got to show last 2 years of income, which shows that you can get that home. And depending on what that is at 28 years old as a single parent, that could still put you in a home that's in a not so good area. So unless you can afford a home in a good area, because that sounds like that's your concern, but you also got to look at where you at too. I think a lot of time we be worried about things that really not an issue. So if it might not be the best neighborhood, but if it's not a lot of crime there, when I say best, meaning costly. So sit still. Sit still for now until you can truly make that move and understand that family sometimes that's like training. That's training for the real world. You learn how to deal with your mama. That's the person who loves you more than anybody else in the world. So if you can't deal with your mama, you got to ask yourself, how you going to deal with people that don't care nothing for you, that did not give birth to you, if you can't deal with your own mama? Because the world going to be a whole lot crueler. So I would stay there as long as she let you stay there and see that as training until you know you got your money right and you ready to move. Now, when you ready to move, money talk. So you do whatever your money allow you to do. My child father, Lola, God bless you now. My child father was the first and only man I've been with. Do you think the next man will feel intimidated by that? No, he won't feel intimidated by that. He'll be extremely happy. He'll be up there, yes. Hey, you only had one man? Oh, yeah. I'm glad. Hey, you get high fiving your child. Hey, stepdaddy. Stepdaddy. Call me stepdaddy. Call him what you want to call him. But your mama only been with one man. Hey, a man really feel intimidated when you'd have been with several. When you'd have been with several men, because now he thinking about the soul ties, the bacteria, the different sizes that then entered and exited. So he thinking about all of that, and men being territorial. Some women struggle with it too, with a man who's been with a lot of women. It's just less likely for women to really trip over that. Women just have a little bit more emotional intelligence than men in that area. But men wake up having nightmares, dreaming about you being with your ex. So the less, the better. So you should be all right if you the one for him. If you're not the one for him, it's going to bother him more than it should. God given, God bless you. Hey, Tony, one more question. Why is that a man jumped from one partner to the other, then lives with every single woman he's been with. He's a grown boy. That's a grown boy. It's really a soul tie. You know, it's really just a man who he doesn't know who he is, and he's scared. He's afraid of the world. You know, I used to be that man. A lot of men in that place. You know, a lot of men with women. That's what my wife was telling me the other day. She was talking about how she making sure our sons know how to wash clothes, you know, fold clothes, know how to make a meal, know how to clean. Cause she said to me the other day, she said, I don't want them to be with a woman because they need a mom, because they need somebody to do their cooking and cleaning. I want them to date and be in a relationship because they want to date and be in a relationship, not because they need help. And a lot of men is with a woman because they're looking for a mama, but don't know how to be a man. So literally they looking for a mom that they could sleep with. That's what a lot of men are doing. And when you recognize that, you just got to put him in his own little, you know, his own little situation. That's a wrong boy. That's not something that you really could spend time trying to understand and think about. Miss J, God bless you. An older lady told me that a man wants a woman that needs him financially and the whole 9 yards. Is it true? Want to feel like a man. It is true for a lot of men. It is true for a lot of men. Um, is that the man you should be with? No. Is that a mature man? No. My wife, my wife has a personality like she like to get stuff done. So like right now while I'm doing this, she working on the house. She working around the house. Like she changed door hinges and stuff. And I was talking about this the other day. She like to just do stuff. And she beat me to taking out the trash. She beat me to doing stuff. And then when it's something she can't do, she'll come to me and ask me, hey, can you help me with this? Like she just had me help her put up the shower rod. And ironically, it was not hard. And so, but just certain things is just out of her, realm. It wasn't hard for me. But then I'll see her change all the doorknobs. I tried to get the doorknob off. I was struggling. She couldn't get it off. She had me take it off. Thing took me 30 minutes to get that doorknob off. I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at videos. I'm like, Lord, I ain't go to Handyman University. So I pay people to do this stuff. But she liked to do a lot of this stuff. Paint, touching up. And so I was sitting down one day and she was working. And I got in my feelings. I was like, man. I said, well, I could imagine how a grown boy feel. So I was joking with her. I was like, man, hey, let me do it. Let me do it. And I try to race her to beat her to stuff. And then she'll race and beat me to it. But it helped me understand in that moment how if a woman is very independent, it can make a man feel useless. Because it's like if she could do everything else and all she really need him for is that third leg to reproduce, he can get to a place to where he kind of like he worn in his head. He got to be emotionally intelligent to understand that that's a good thing, that she don't need him for everything. All right, now y'all got to help me out. Now these questions flying in here now, so I'm gonna try to shorten these answers up. Crypto, God bless you now. Thank you, Tony. Because of you, I left a situationship, healed from a soul tie, focused energy on me and my kids, and never been happy. I'm 45 and look and feel so much younger because I have no stress. God bless you and your family. Hey, God bless you now. Bless you. God bless you. Let me see. MR, bless you. How do I break off a friendship without any bad feelings from that person? P.S. Thank you for all the advice and lessons. Well, you can't control how somebody else feels. You can't worry about that. You got to do what you got to do. And how they feel, that's on them. That's between them and God. Like I tell you, my daddy told me, don't be mad, scratch your booty, get glad. You can't really worry about that. Dear single mom. And a lot of people say that to me too. Virgo 86, so God bless you. A lot of people say that to me too and say, hey, how do I break up with this person? How do I let this person go without, hurting their feelings? Can't worry about that. Nana, my boyfriend recently called things off during a heated argument and stated that he can't continue in a relationship without sleeping together, but he keeps saying he wants me back, but he wants to focus on himself. Woo. Now that man wasting your time. That man wasting. Lose his phone number. Lose his phone number. Go ahead and block him. Go on about your life. He trying to confuse you so that you just stay stuck, standing still. Go on about your life. Please trust me. Listen to me. Go on about your life. That man gonna be dragging you through the mud. That you gonna be over asphalt, rocks, dirt. Go on about your life. That man don't want nothing to do with you. Ladies say so. God bless you now. Now, when I just said that, y'all got to forgive me for how I be answering questions and talking sometimes. I try to be gentle with y'all, but you know, when you answering 100 questions a day, sometimes it get a little tough saying everything PG. And some of y'all getting y'all feelings. Tony, you sound like you talking down to us. You sound like you talking, can you change your delivery? I can't. Okay, you might need to go on somebody else's page because everybody ain't for everybody. So if everybody ain't for everybody. And I remember one time I was in the streets and I left a little paraphernalia in my cousin's car. And he called me. And with the way he talked to me, it had me in tears. I had a tear run down my face. That thing hurt his voice. Just the treble in his voice hurt my feelings so bad. I was a grown man. I had a tear. So it's like, that's what I come from. I come from just straight shooters, from just real, and that's how my mama is. My daddy not like that. He go all around the bush without saying what he need to say. He know how to deliver it in a soft way, the way you can feel it. But I'm more like my mama. And so y'all got to understand that when I give y'all an answer, I be trying to say it as nice as I can. So y'all understand that. Ladies say so. God bless you now. Some men have good hearts but can't dress. Should women tell men how to dress? What should women look for on a man's outward appearance? Well, see, that right there, that's one of the things that's one of your least worries, because that's something that you could change, and you could change that rather easily. When I look at some of my old outfits, my wife, she'll jokingly say to me, she'll say, "Boy, I'm glad I ain't know you then. If I knew you then, we would not be together." I used to wear Dickies shorts. Dickies shorts is like a straight leg short, but it's like a cardboard cotton material. Y'all know what Dickies is. Now I used to wear the Dickies shorts with the belt buckle, with the G Unit tank top. When 50 Cent came out with the tank top, because I used to be swole. I used to be rock solid, all muscle, because I was a college football player. So I had all kind of muscle. You hear me? And so I used to wear that G Unit tank top tucked in to the Dickies short with the belt buckle with Nikes that was too big. I wear a 9.5. I used to wear a size 11 shoe because in my head, my foot was 11 because I was a ladies' man. And although the Lord had blessed me, I knew women was judging men by their shoe size. I'm like, I'm not finna put this 9.5 on. I'm finna put this 11 on. So I literally, shoe was just clapping. And I remember my wife pointed out to me, like, she said, what size shoe do you wear? I said, this 11. She was like, do you realize your whole heel keep coming out of the back of it? I'm like, that's because they untied. We went to the mall and they put my foot in that thing. I'm a 9.5. I said, well, you couldn't have told me no different, because I could have swore I was 11. I could have swore I wore 11. And so I say that to say, nah, my wife, she helped dress me, because where I come from Polk County. Polk County is similar to like what I see in like Columbia, South Carolina, or Macon, Georgia, Montgomery, Alabama. It's certain areas to where people just dress a certain way. And to the rest of the world, them outfits is like, where you got that from? But to them, fitted. You hear me? Fitted. And you're going to have some people there now that could dress universal. So understand this. If you meet a man and all you got to do is change the way he dressed, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Tiffany Lane, God bless you. Hello, Mr. Gasson. When a potential husband is battling inner lust slash abstinence, stay away or offer direction and communication and pray. Legs closed. Shows he wants the relationship. First time in abstinence. Supportive, godly family. Well, I tell you what, you're in a good situation with that right there. Because you know that he's battling. So when you know that he's battling, that means you're dealing with a man who communicates and he's open and he's honest. That's a great thing. So you want to pray for him. You want to encourage him, uplift him, but don't ever try to relieve him from his frustration. Do not do nothing. Okay? Singing on the microphone. Somebody asked me, what is singing on the microphone? All right. A lady asked me, what is singing on the microphone in the comments? I say, y'all got to read between the lines. Okay. Oral, mouth. All right. So do not try to relieve him. Not with your hand, not with your mouth, not with your body. You just let him lean on the Lord. That's what the Lord is for. Let him lean on the Lord. You lift him up in prayer. You call your prayer warrior, your prayer team, have everybody praying for him. But see, that's a good thing. See, because if you did not know that, then that would mean that he's pleasuring himself and he giving into it and he trying to make you think everything fine. But every man you meet is going to struggle with that. If he has already experienced, being with a woman, then he going to struggle with that. Every man. Gina, God bless you. Shout out. You know what? I thought that said shout out. That's a significant other. Has a small startup business. Very entrepreneurial spirit. Wants to do everything. I don't agree with every idea. How can I express discontent without sounding like a dream crusher? Well, you got to ask yourself, what is it going to cost you? We doing stuff around the house right now. And I just sent my old school to get painted. And I sent to Alabama. I live in Florida. I sent to Alabama to get painted. My wife looking at me. And then I saw me a little piece of land today that I want to buy next month. And a little piece of land that I want to build a little single family home to rent out to a single mother or a small family. And my wife like, okay. But at the same time, she realized that I'm gonna go get it. That I'm gonna make sure that I'm walking with the Lord and that needs are met. And if I got the script, I'm gonna be down there on that pole. She know I'm gonna go get it. And so she'll let me. So you have to ask yourself, what is it gonna cost you? If he got an idea and it's gonna cost you money and it's gonna hurt you, then that's when you got to speak up. And my wife, she speak up on a lot of stuff. She do speak up on a lot of stuff. She's now I don't think it's a good time. Now some things I don't think it's a good time. But if it's on my spirit and she know it's on my spirit and I'm serious about it, Lisa, God bless you now. Bless you. And then she'll go ahead and she'll trust me as the man, as the head of the household, because she know I'm entrepreneurial and I got a proven track record. If he don't have a proven track record, if he don't know God, if he don't have checks and balances in his mind, then you need to speak up. You need to be like a siren. Nah, I don't think that's good. Nah, I don't think that's good. Whatever he call you, dream crusher, whatever, is what it is. Don't let somebody run you in a ditch. Crystal, God bless you. Now, what are some things that I can say when a man asks me, what do I look for in a man? Because some men pray and pretend to be something that they are not based on a woman's response. You got it exactly, Crystal. Sound like you done been here before on my page. When a man asks you what you're looking for in a woman, you tell him, I don't know, but I know it when I see it. You don't ever give a man your playbook. Don't ever read a man your whole story. Don't ever tell a man everything. You let him show you who he is. And so you got to be aloof on some things. I know when I see it. I'm not gonna give you a list. If you are him, I will know you're him. If you're not him, I will know you're not him. And I'm sure the same goes the other way around. So you got to go ahead and have your answer. And don't let your need or your desire or your desperation or your frustration for a man allow a man to put you on the interview seat to where he interviewing you and you auditioning for a role in his life. Don't ever do that. You got to understand that you the prize too. That you the prize. And he got to show and prove for you too. Joy, God bless you. What's your biblical view on divorce? Been with a cheating man for 8 years with one child, emotional, toxic, and draining relationship. I want out. He convinced my family he's transformed and religious now. They want me to give a second chance. Am not interested. Joy, if you're not interested, go ahead and leave. Go ahead and leave. Don't be worried about what he convincing your family. He need to convince you. If you're not convinced, then go ahead and leave. It's been 8 years and he did all that cheating. And now when his butt dried up, now he wants you to stay with him. No, Playboy, you should have been thinking about that the last 8 years. And so biblically, the Bible releases you from this relationship because of infidelity. So biblically, but at the same time, we serve God in spirit and in truth. So God also reads your situation. He know your heart. And with a man that's cheating on you like that, God ain't even tell you to marry him anyway. That ain't the man God sent to you. You see what I mean? So you with the man the devil sent to you. So when you leave him, God can be like, hey, good job, daughter. Good job. Finally. I don't know why you was with that man 8 years. Now I'm gonna bless your children because I love you and you my daughter. But I did not send you that man. So what you need to do is get to know me better so that when you meet men, you could see if he from me. Because if you know me, then you'll know what I look like in a man. You see what I mean? So that's what God talking about. Tiffany, God bless you. Thank you. LOL, I won't. Yes, he's been open and honest. That's a blessing there. Now I'm looking for the question to say hashtag Q in front of them. I see a lot of stuff getting deleted. So only questions in the chat. Only put questions in the chat. So when y'all put something in there and it get deleted, that's because they trying to keep it clear for me so I can see the question. Tony, does older man go through menopause like women and mood swings and lower drive? Now I don't know if it's called menopause. Now for a woman, men pause, all right? But that means you need to pause on the men when you're going through yours. But for a man, I don't know if it's called that, but yes, from what I've noticed from men in their 50s and 60s, they do have mood swings, midlife crisis, depending on their health too. Me and my wife was just reading about hypothyroidism and how it can cause depression, you know. And so it's a lot of health issues that then turn into a depressed state. So yes, men do go through their own set of stuff. So if you feeling it and you noticing it, that's what it is. That's what it is. Coach Chris, will a man stay with a woman he wants? She's what he feels is his type, looks wise and financially. No matter what she does, calls him out, makes him mad, lies, talks down to him. Yeah, he'll stay now. He'll stay if he's not a real man. If he doesn't really have a backbone. If he lacks integrity himself. Now, if he's a good man, a man with integrity, and he's honest and, you know, a good guy, then no, he's gonna leave. But a man who, you know, he kind of got a little scammer in him, then yes, he will stay with her. He will be cheating on her all the while. Because there's two things that matter to men, and that's money and okay, it's two things. And so what you have to do is you have to see you have to see that you are with this man, and if he's wanting you for money, then that will keep him, because men worry about their financial security, and that's what you have to see. And when you realize that, that's when you know he'll put up with any and everything. But when he get to where he want to be, he gonna give you his butt to kiss. Was speaking to a guy, he would get mad that I don't message or call him. But when I would, he would take long to respond or not return calls. Then why complain? Well, he was complaining because you was hurting his ego. And then he was doing what he was doing in return to get you back out of ego. So that's what that was. So you got to realize, when we play mind games, everybody, everybody, when we play mind games, everybody loses. Let me see here now. 49, married 17 years. Four, huh? What did it say? 49, married 17 years, 14 kids, 4 together. He cheats, had a baby 10 years ago, found out in 2019, left 2 years ago. He won't sign the divorce papers, wants to reconcile because he's found out that I started dating. Comments. Sis, I'll be honest with you, something like that really ain't worth my breath, your time. You need to be trying to run fast as you can, get whatever law you need to get that let you go around him without him signing them papers. Because I know there's some laws out there. I don't know the word, what the term for it is, but you go ahead with that divorce without his signature now. Drew, God bless you now. Man, I get good advice and a laugh on your vids, bro. Stay positive and keep the faith. Hey, God bless you, Drew. I appreciate that now. Let God bless you now. Tony, man is not my type. You said we can dress him up, but pick me up for a date, 90-degree temperature, no air conditioner, and the car was gross, dirty, lots of food crumbs on the floor. He's Christian, job, and a house. That man ain't had no air conditioner and pick you up in 90 degree with no AC. Hey, he trying to see if you really a rider. You're gonna pass out on the ride, but he trying to see if you're a rider. Now, to be honest with you, I hear that a lot. I see that a lot. And typically that's a man, that's some men without a woman in their life, because their mama took care of them, or the group home mama or the foster mama took care of them. And so when that happens, they be looking for a woman that's gonna help them tidy up and stay clean. Because some men, not all men, but some men could live like a wildebeest. You see what I mean? And that little dirt, that food on that floor don't bother him in the least. But you as a woman, women typically a little more, neater and cleaner and like to tidy up. And men live like savages sometimes. So if he's not your type, go on about your business. If it gonna make you feel a little throw up in your mouth. But if you could stomach it and he has a good heart and he's a good man, then a lot of times as a woman, you become that stability. You become that person who you are what he isn't. And then he is what you aren't. So he may be a hustler, go get her, make it happen. Kelly, God bless you now. And you may not be able to do that the way on the level he can. But then you may be the neat person, the person that organized everything. So now he go get to it. He taking care of y'all life. He get all the finances together, and you organize everything. So yeah, let me see. Lisa, God bless you, trying to make sure. Miss Phillips, God bless you. I missed Miss Phillips' question. Whole thing. Should I break up if he says he's okay with not being intimate until if he says he's okay with not being intimate until commitment? Then he reveals later that during dating he was sleeping with another woman. That's a personal choice, you know. So it's kind of like, do you see it as he's clearing the air and he's being honest with you and you appreciate the honesty and you're able to forgive him and move on with him without holding it against him? Or do you see it as he's trying to tell you that to hurt you and to see if you're willing to put up with that? And if you're willing to put up with it, then it's going to happen again in the future. Now, me as a man, I don't believe that a man will tell you about something that you did not know unless he want to hurt you. And he want the power and the ego boost from telling you that. Some men try to say, oh, I want to be honest and I want to, oh, and I hear that a lot. And for some guys that may be true. To me, it don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to bring something up to somebody that you did in your past and that you got grace for, meaning you didn't get caught, you learned your lesson and you didn't change your life. And then you come just telling somebody that you did it and now they got to live through it and suffer through it, when God is the one who gives you forgiveness because he sees what people don't see. So if a person didn't see it, you're just causing pain by bringing something to their vision that they didn't even know nothing about, that the world would have continued to spin without them knowing that. And that's, I think a lot of times we do that because of guilt, and then sometimes it's a power trip. See, when I used to do it as a man, I used to do it with girlfriends because I wanted to see if they'll stay with me knowing that I did that. And if they would stay with me, then I'll be like, oh, okay, I could keep doing it. But if I really like somebody and I made a mistake, I made a stupid choice, and I changed my life, got forgiveness, I'm not going to bring that up because 9 out of 10 times they did something too that you don't know about. And so now you come telling them what you did, and now they got that, but they don't tell you what they did. And so you got to really kind of process this and see what's the real reason behind this. Pinky, let me see. I saw your name already, but I don't know if I answered this question. Dated a guy who I guess isn't into titles. I knew his parents, been married for over 30 years, but I didn't know until recently that they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend beforehand. Is this the new age of dating? Um, I don't know what you're talking about, sis, because that don't really go together. Because if his parents been married for 30 years, then that's not a new age of dating. If that was 30 years ago that they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. So I don't know if you're talking about him. Yeah, I don't know what that really means. Now I tell you this right here on the titles part, because it's a lot of guys that's not in the titles. And the only reason why a man ain't in the titles is so that he can leave you without repercussions. Because if a man got the title of a husband and it's legal, he got to go through something to leave you. He got to jump through some hoops. He might have to pay some money. He might have to do alimony, spousal support, whatever it is. And so, lawyer fees, divorce fees, and all of that. Might have to split up assets, or he got to ask you for a prenup before marriage. So guys who don't believe in titles, it's because they don't believe in until death do us part. They don't believe in a woman getting half if he cheats and they get a divorce. They don't believe in if you marry a woman and then you ready to decide, wake up and decide you want to leave her, that you gotta now give spousal support, alimony. They don't believe in all of that. It ain't that they don't believe in titles. They don't believe in accountability. They don't believe in giving their word and being a man of their word. That's what that's about. So you got to understand that. Azula, God bless you. Now, how can you heal a relationship with the father if the relationship is one-sided and you putting in the work, but he's not? It seems like he's closed off. I took a step back. Advice. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. You can't heal something if he don't want it to be healed. So you did the right thing. Now, see, some of y'all, I think I saw a couple of questions in here. Mia Moore, I'm pregnant. He pushed me to leave at 3 months. I'm now 6 months. Said he didn't feel loved anymore because I shut down from his mean words. How do I move on? You're going to have to start at square one, and you're going to have to get the new knowledge. I got a course on soul ties, I believe, on Tony Gaston's Academy. You got to find the videos for you and make you a playlist and listen to them all day. Listen to them all day. Get them in your subconscious, get in your conscious mind, and just get the knowledge. And when you start to realize just how trashy he is, just how sorry of a man he is, just how much better of a woman you are, just how much you deserve, that new knowledge gonna boost your confidence. And that confidence is gonna allow you, give you the strength to keep going. Miss Phillips, God bless you. Should I break up? Hey, y'all it's a lot of questions in here now, so y'all gotta understand. If I miss a couple of them, hey, I ain't doing it intentionally. It just y'all flooding me right now. Miss Phillips, should I break up if he says he's okay with not being intimate until commitment? Then he reveals later that during dating he was sleeping with another woman. Now, I think I answered this question now, Miss Phillips. I don't know if I answered it up here already, or yeah, I did answer that. So my bad. Maybe I just read that again. Miss Angel, kid's dad still has me blocked because he is mad at me. Should I still update him on the kids? Like if they're hurt or sick in sports, I have to email him only. He says I can use kids' devices. Grown boy. Yes, I would not update him. I would not update him. If he that childish, then let him stay where he at. When he want to know, let him call you. LaDonya, God bless you now. Because he might be using that block as a way to win some favor with the grown girl that he dealing with. See, men will do stuff like that. See, look here, I got her blocked. I blocked on text, I blocked on Instagram, I blocked on everything because she's so toxic. I don't want nothing to do with her. Like, I don't know how I was ever with her. All I ever wanted was a woman like you. And it's like, I don't want her to come in between us because she's still trying to get back with me. And that's why I blocked her. See, a man will go through all of that right there just to get the grown girl. She like, you know what? You're right. You're right. That is so toxic. I cannot stand these toxic baby moms. I would never be like that. And she buying into it. And so you got to realize when a man trying to play you like that, and this by his kids, and he's so childish that he block you, that he can't even hear about his kid, let him sit right over there and wonder, and let him call you. Lola S., God bless you. Single mom of one boy toddler. Want to move out of toxic home and family members to apartment. People suggesting to save and buy a home. Thoughts? Now, I saw the question just like this earlier today. Stay as long as you can stay and until you get the money. When you get the money to go, then go. If you ain't got the money to go, then you ain't got no other choice but to stay. So stay until you get the money to go. If you got the money to go, leave. Because it's good to be independent. Shayla, God bless you now. Let me see if I miss any question that was up there. All right. Was in a relationship and he left to try to make things work for his kid. He says he loves me. He's done this before and it didn't work. He calls a few times a week, but I'm moving on. Why does he keep calling? Well, that's grown boy isms, and you know, it's not going to make sense to you. But he has a soul tie with her. He has a soul tie with her. but she's not who he wants to be with. She's not the one for him. He's not the one for her. So he's keeping you as his bench player so that when he mad with her, he can call you. When they fussing and fighting, when he need a little break from her, he calls you. He think you dumb. He think you boo-boo the fool. So he want to keep you right there and keep you stuck so that he can use you when he needs you. So you got to remove yourself and you got to cut him off cold turkey. Got to cut him off altogether, because if you don't cut him off and you keep allowing him to call you and he's not blocked, you're going to meet a man that you really like and y'all going to be hanging out one night, and then this other clown going to be blowing your phone up. And this man going to be looking at your phone going off, and he like, what is going on? So what you need to do is cut him off all the way and get some distance so that he knows it's completely over. Then you can get back in the dating field and meet the man that's for you. Princess Diamond, God bless you now. Stephanie, bless you. How can my ex completely stop talking to me when he had something very real? Focusing on my schooling, but not sure how to fully let him go. Well, you got to let him go because he let you go. And it was real to you, but it was not real to him. So that's how he could let it go, because he's not the man for you and you're not the woman for him. So although you were invested and you were taking it serious, he just was passing through. He's still looking for himself. He's still trying to find himself. And so that's all that is. Lola, God bless you. Now, some of y'all need to sign up for a coaching session, because I keep seeing y'all questions pop in here for the $4.99. Y'all need to go and sign up for a coaching session. Because see, when y'all pop up there, put on my screen, but y'all asking all the questions. But ain't that humans? We don't be caring about nobody else. I'm just keep sending it. What I got tonight? $50? All right, that's 10 questions I can ask. I'm finna run them off. $4.99, $4.99, $4.99. Everybody, I'm trying to get everybody a question. Y'all keep sending these questions. Y'all like, I'm like, what's this out? 300? Ooh, I'm finna spend 50 tonight. Get me 10 questions in. If you ask a question, please let me answer some other people's questions. And I don't just want to be having to answer these paid questions that keep coming in and they pop up on my screen. I really want to be able to get over here in the chat and answer the questions of, the other members who may not be in a position to send that super chat. So y'all, if you ask a question, just let that be it. And then let me get to some other questions. All right. God bless you. Lola meant to say, do you think it's wise to buy a townhome/house or just rent? I remember you once telling a young woman to rent because she's young and not married. So Lola, if you remember me telling her that, then why you asking the same question like it's going to be different for you? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Why? What y'all be trying to do? Like, okay, all right, Tony being real patient with these questions. Let me hit him with this one. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, Lola. So what I was saying is, when you young like that, it's better to rent because you don't know where you're going to be. And if you're not married, then you could go buy a house and then a man get with you just because you got a house. And he coming to live with you and you think it's love and he just needs somewhere to stay. The other thing is a lot of people want to move by every 3 years. So until you get ready to buy your house to where you know you're going to be there 10 years, 20 years, then you need to rent. Because with ownership, it come a whole lot of other costs. I own my house, and right now having to fix stuff, it costs. It costs. So owning a house is not an asset. That's a liability that you own. It's a liability that could appreciate, but it don't necessarily mean it's an asset because you spend a lot of money on it, and you could pay your place off, and you still got property taxes. So you could pay your place off, lose your job, have no way of earning, can't pay your property taxes, and your house get foreclosed. Your house get taken from you because you can't afford to pay taxes. So really, when you buy a house, you don't own the house. You never own the house as long as you got property taxes where you live. And you don't pay them taxes, somebody buy it right from up under you. You see what I'm saying? So when you rent, not all that is on the owner. They got to pay the taxes. They got to fix the roof. They got to fix everything. So until you get to a place to where you can afford a down payment, you can show the last 2 years that you make enough money to afford this place, and you got money to do the fix up and the upkeep of that place, that's when you get you a house. Pinky, God bless you. Okay, so y'all asking questions the wrong way and then coming back to clarify. Lola clarifying, Pinky clarifying. Now y'all see what I be dealing with over here? Y'all think it's all gravy. I said new age of dating only because I've never heard of that. Normally people are boyfriend and girlfriend, then marriage. It's clear because his parents weren't. Him and guys like him want that these days. No title till marriage. Yes, that it is a lot of guys that's like that today. That's a lot of guys that's like that today. Crystal, God bless you. Read just the first name or read just the first name. Okay, read just the first name. Just your first name, Crystal. Okay, you still can see the last name now. I have a new job I love and work from home. I do not really leave home. I want marriage, but not sure how. I try online against your advice, and those men are quite crazy. Help. Well, you're going to have to do what you don't want to do if you want to get what you don't have. You see what I mean? So leaving out the house, you might not want to leave out the house, but God ain't going to send no man to your door stop, to your door. Now, if you pray hard enough, it might be the UPS or FedEx or wherever you live, the delivery man. It might be the delivery man. I'd be a little uneasy if I was a woman and a man who come to deliver a package shoot his shot at me, because now he know where I live at. So I'd be a little uneasy. So I wouldn't be praying for a man to come knock on the door. So you have to do what you have not done to get what you have not got, which is get out the house. Get out the house and get you a routine. And stay off that online dating. Miles, God bless you. Should a woman be mad if she dated a guy 4.5 months and then break it off and said he thought he was ready for a relationship, but not after 20-year marriage? No, you should not be mad. 4.5 months, that's perfect time. It's better than 4.5 years, like a lot of women sit through. All right, let me see here now. Hey, I got about 15 more minutes on here now. A guy I was talking to would say things like, you have game and you are trying to trick me into a relationship. I had to cut him off, but what was he talking about? I was genuinely interested. What he was saying is that you've been listening to relationship coaches, and what he doing, you ain't falling for it the way other women fall for it. So you were playing your hands different, and he realized you play chess, not checkers. And so that's what he was saying. Like in Manglish, basically he's saying, wow, you're not stupid and dumb like the other women that I deal with. You actually hip the game, and you're not falling for the little stuff I say and do and giving me what I want. You actually know a little bit of something about yourself, and you love yourself or respect yourself. That's what he was saying. College relationship, ex-boyfriend would never offer to pay for dinner, dates, at most would split if asked. Never bought any presents for B-Day, V-Day. Was he just broke or using me for money, or both? He would use you for money. He would use you for money. LaDonya, God bless you now. Tony Gaston, what is the difference between a piece of a man versus a whole man? All right. LaDonya. Okay. All right. Piece of a man. Whole man. Okay. I'm about to have to bring somebody in to answer some of these questions for me. Hey, you want to take that question? Take that question. Come on now. YouTube need to have a thing where it could request to go live, like how Instagram got, that I could just let one of my coaches come on here. But essentially, what that means is when a man is all yours and he's faithful to you and you're with him, that's a whole man. He faithful to you, you faithful to him, that's a whole man. A piece of a man is when you friends with benefits, or you off and on relationship, or you got a situationship. He live with his baby mama, or he, still talking to his ex. That's a piece of a man. And some women okay with a piece of a man versus a whole man. Is it ever okay for a woman? Now let me tell y'all something now. A lot of people, a lot of times you hear these questions, and I have to remind myself all the time, like, okay, this question make perfect sense. Like, I understand it perfectly, the answer, but a lot of times things sound different to different people, and people hear stuff and just really don't be knowing. And so y'all have to bear with me when I answer a question that you know the answer to. And you just ready to jump out your skin like, whoa, what kind of question was that? Why you ask that question? Because everybody, you know, learns differently and experiences things differently. Queen VV, God bless you, stayed away from God, dealing with toxic relationships, trying to be a woman with integrity and find purpose. Any suggestions on how to get closer to God? Pray every day and read your Bible every day. Pray every day, read your Bible every day. You go to the book of Proverbs, and that's a book of wisdom written by Solomon. Give you a lot of application for life. Then you read New Testament, and then you can get you in Old Testament, or you could just Google, scriptures on faith, scriptures to help me get closer to God, and just read those Bible plans from the Bible app. But when you spend that time with God, you start to learn the attributes of God and what God wants from you and how God moves, what he wants us to do. And that's what really helps you. Jasmine, God bless you now. Bless you. Hi, Tony. I recently just got engaged to a guy that is now yelling and screaming at me. When I point this out or want to talk to him about something hurtful, he blames me, says he's offended. I've discovered I'm pregnant. What can I do? Thank you. Jasmine, that's a real deep question now. You probably gonna need some coaching. And with myself or with somebody on my mentor.life, you probably gonna need some coaching, but you're gonna need to come up with an exit strategy. You're gonna need to exit. You're gonna need to exit. And when I say exit, that might mean for good, but you got to exit so you'll know. It may mean 3 days. It may mean 7 days. It may mean 14 days with no contact. Only contact is the emails he's sending, the texts he's sending, the voicemails he's leaving, the messages other people leaving that he done called them. But you got to pull away. You can't stay right there in that same place with him. You're going to have to pull away. So you're going to have to go to stay with a family member, or if you can afford a hotel, you're going to have to go somewhere that he doesn't know where you're at so that he knows that you're willing to leave. Because if you stay right there in them trenches with him verbally abusing you, you teaching him how to treat you. And so you teach people how to treat you by what you stop, what you allow, and what you reinforce. When you stop this behavior and you leave and you go somewhere and you get some distance, now he realized that you're willing to leave. Now he gonna show you that he gonna change. Elizabeth, God bless you now. Elizabeth, God bless you now. Sent to it all. He gonna show you that you showing him that you're willing to leave, and now he gonna show you if he's willing to change. If you come back, if you leave, you got to let him beg you to come back. If he don't beg you to come back and say what he's going to do and give you a plan of action of what he's going to do, then that means a relationship over. And you got to start reading books, watching videos, getting coaching, therapy, whatever it is. Get an accountability partner that's a friend or a family member, whoever. And you got to start healing to move on with your life. Because he may be getting cold feet right now, and he could be trying to sabotage the relationship intentionally, trying to make you leave. Chevelle, God bless you. General question: how can you test a man to see if he truly loves you if you already showed your hand? Can a man love you and not verbally say it? You can't really test a man And that wouldn't really be smart to test a man. Men test women. That's not smart either. But you shouldn't really test people. And but what you'll have to realize is if a man loves you, you're gonna know he loves you. You're not gonna be confused about if a man loves you, if he loves you. Because love is so strong. Like I tell y'all, squirrel showing love, dog showing love, slug showing love, a leaf show love. A man can show love. So if he's not showing you love, that means he does not love you. Tanya, God bless you. Whew, you have patience of Job. Bless you for serving your purpose. God bless you. Now see, good thing I read the Bible now. I know that say Job. I know all the non-Bible readers. You have patience of Job. Well, this is Job. She said Job. All right. Christina, God bless you, Tony. Hey, bless you. Bless you. Gianna, do you believe, God bless you now, Gianna, do you believe in special connections or are all relationships built? Thanks for all you do. I know you hear it a lot, but you've helped me tremendously. God bless. Yeah, I believe in special connections, meaning the person that's for you, meaning if you meet somebody and y'all got the same foundational beliefs and y'all got a lot of chemistry, that's a special connection. But even with a special connection, you still have to build the relationship. Because see, love isn't really found, love is created. And we create love by the way we treat a person, the way we talk, the way we communicate. So although my wife and I are good and our relationship is what I call perfect, I call it perfect. Now, that don't mean that we agree on every single thing and all of that, but I call it perfect because I'm speaking that and I'm claiming that and I'm 100% happy with my wife. And so that's why I call it that. But we still have to work. So just because we get along, you know, if people read in the stars and they read in horoscopes, it'll tell you that we ain't supposed to be together. That's how I know love is created. That's how I know that if you have the actions and the attributes of love, then you can have a healthy relationship. Susan, God bless you now. Tips for setting expectations and boundaries from the beginning while showing a man interest and a safe person to talk to. Getting past small talk. Um, Now, when you say setting expectations and boundaries, that literally is what it means. So you have to have rules. You got to have principles for your life. And so what that means is you can't answer the phone any time of day. One example is a lot of times I don't answer the phone on Sunday. I don't talk to people on Sunday. So they know, give me my time, give me my space. Every now and then I'll break my own rule, but most of the time I won't answer the phone at a certain time. I typically do not answer the phone without an appointment. If you ain't text me and told me, hey, when can we talk? And I say, hey, we can talk at 4, I'm not available because I'm doing something. And so you got to have your own boundaries. And then when you do that, what that's going to do is make that man inquire within. It's going to make him want to get to know you more. It's going to make him want to, get in position and get on your calendar and talk to you and really go past that small talk. That's what it's going to do. Christy, God bless you now. Hi, Tony. No question. Just blessing you and Cherie with Starbucks coffee tomorrow. God bless. Hey, bless you. I wish Starbucks was open right now. Yeah, some of these here questions, I don't know if it's these lights or these questions. Got me a little headache on me. Ruby L, God bless you. Hope the back is better, brother. God bless you. Hey, Ruby, now last time you came on here and you prayed for me, you prayed for my back. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Right now, I don't feel no pain. I don't feel no pain right now. So, hey, when you pray for me, I received that prayer. I said, Lord, hey, let that prayer all right. And remember I told you, Ruby, I say, hey, don't be praying for me if you living in sin, Ruby. And you said, no, I ain't living in I'm not fornicating. But I ain't feeling no pain right now. So that prayer must have worked. If a guy always makes sure you see him and his accomplishment, does that mean he really likes me or is it just his ego? It's his ego. Because if a guy like you, he gonna try to be with you. He gonna try to be with you. A guy ain't just worried about, um, showing you what he doing if he like you. If a man has moved on and is over you, why does he make co-parenting so difficult by being so nasty and neglectful of our child? Because he has not moved on and he's not over you. So see, what y'all got to realize is the proof in the pudding. And if the actions say something different than the mouth, then the only thing that matters is the actions. And so when you look at this, it's like he can't be over you if he's still making your life miserable. He's making your life miserable because he got a soul tie and he's angry that he lost you. He's angry that he ruined a relationship. He's angry that he failed at life as it is concerning that relationship. And that's why he's trying to get under your skin, because he wants you to be angry. He wants you to be stuck. So you got to see his attempts and you got to up him one. What I mean by that is you got to see his attempts and you got to just let it roll right off you like water off the back of a duck. Like he don't see, you can never, if you got to carry a towel, never let a person see you sweat. Don't ever let nobody see you sweat. And because when he see you sweat, that's how he know he working you. That's when he know he's winning. But when you still pleasant and you smiling and you happy, if you got to talk to him, hey, how are you? Oh yeah, and you got your other voice on. You got your real proper voice on. Hey, how are you? Yeah, everything's going well. She's doing great or he's doing great. I have a letter for him. Why are you talking like that? What do you mean? Why are you talking like that? That ain't how you talk. Well, I mean, this is how I talk. We have not been together, and this is how I talk. I got to go. Well, if you say so, all right, bye. You hang up the phone. You see what I'm saying? Now, a lot of times people push your buttons and then we get out of character. I'll be the first one to get out of character. We get out of character. Oh my goodness, why do you treat me like this? Why are you doing this? And so now he knows he still can affect you. So he knows that if he can affect you, you can't move on in your life. He knows he owns you. He knows that you can't be a full woman for the next man because anything he says or does, he gets a reaction out of you. So that's what you got to realize. Barbara M., God bless you now. More Starbucks for Miss Gaslin. Hey, not know what Miss Gaslin. Miss Gaslin ain't here answer no question. You need to be sending me some Starbucks. You know. No, but God bless you now. I'm gonna give my wife that $10 frame. Just finished my book. How much should an ISBN cost? It's $125 on ISBN.org. And so you could go directly to ISBN.org. And or if you want it for free, then you just can go to publish it, through Amazon's company. And they'll give you one for free and it'll just say independently published on the book. But if you wanted to say your company name as the publisher, like if you want to start an LLC, then you buy your own ISBN on ISBN.org. And that free game, that's actually in a course, in the Birth Your Book course. But God bless you. If a guy you're dating allows you on his IG and Snapchat and not his Facebook, red flag. Well, he might not use his Facebook like that. Now, if he uses Facebook like that every day, then yes, that's a red flag. Because Facebook might be where the X is at. Coco, God bless you now. Facebook might be where the X is at. Hey, let me go on cut this off so I could go on close out. Let me go on close out. Y'all don't send me no more questions. I got a headache now. Oh my goodness, boy, y'all done hurt me tonight. Whoo, boy, y'all be hitting me with them. Tony, will you let me know why is the sky blue? I said, Lord. And one more question, Tony. One more question, Tony. Before you go, I was been wondering, why is water wet? I'm like, Lord. Hey, now I'm gonna tell you what I know. it's a couple guys who do not like me. So I bet it's a couple of them guys that got them old side channel and they will send $1. They'll send a blessing to ask me a question that is not really a question. I know somebody doing me like that. I know somebody. Some of them questions, some questions I be getting trolled on. I already know it, but I'm gonna answer it just in case I'm not getting trolled on. But let me help y'all understand something. This one thing that I'm seeing, that I'm noticing, and this is what you got to realize, is pay attention to the signs. It gotta go together. You got to pay attention to the sign. Everything got to go together. So if I say I love my wife, she gonna see that I love her. She gonna see that I'm sacrificing, that I'm making things happen, that I'm there, that I'm trying to spend time, I'm trying to be there, I'm trying to speak her love languages. But if I say I love my wife, but I'm getting mad at her every day, I'm cussing her out, I ain't speaking no love languages, then I obviously do not love her. And the one person asked, say, can a person love you and not say it? No, because that's not love. If a person loves you and they won't say I love you and they can talk, then that's ego. And there is no ego in love. Because see, love is bigger and greater and stronger than the ego. So even when a person mad, if they love you, they gonna make up with you. Even when you make a person mad or they going through something, a person could lose a family member. If they love you, they want you to be their consolation. They want you to be their pillow. They want you to be the shoulder they could cry on. So you have to look at what the person is doing. And you got to be able to feel in your heart. So Helen Keller, she couldn't see. Helen Keller say a lot of people have eyesight, but no vision. And that's what's happening is a lot of times you got eyes and ears, but you ain't seeing what's happening. You ain't hearing what's happening. And you're not paying attention. So look at this thing and understand this. A man can show love. A man is capable of love. And if you're not getting love, JT, God bless you now. God bless you. Tira, God bless you. Hey, y'all ain't got to send me no more blessing now. And y'all, I'm just wrapping it up. You got to understand that a man is capable of love. And don't treat him like an imbecile. Don't treat him like no child. Don't treat him like an animal. Don't treat him like he's ignorant. Men are very, very smart. I'm looking at these men coming in my house doing their work and all this stuff they doing. I'm like, man, how in the world you learn that? How in the world you learn that? But they probably may watch my Q&A and say, man, how in the world you learn that? Men are capable of learning. And if you keep treating a man like he a child, and like you got to teach him everything, like you got to hold his hand, like you got to walk him the first base, second base, third base, you got to walk him to class, he gonna let you do that. And while you doing it, he gonna be cussing you out. Linda, please, Linda, listen. Linda, listen. He gonna be talking to you like you trash while he treating you like you trash, while you treating him like he is an innocent child that you got to raise. That's a grown man. That's a grown man. If he can't do right and show up and show out and be a man and be faithful and be honest and be open, leave his butt, because it's another man that's waiting to show you that he a man. And that's what you got to realize. And vice versa. If it's the other way and these men, you dealing with a grown girl, it go the other way. I just be talking to women because 95% of my audience on YouTube is women. And that's, y'all see, that's where I get the question from. We had one brother in here tonight and he was just, saying, hey, keep going. God bless you, brother. But y'all see how the numbers, and this the thing is, y'all women, y'all, I don't know what y'all thinking with. You're not thinking with your head, but at the same time, I don't think you're thinking with what's between your legs. See, a lot of men think what's between their legs. But what I'm noticing is a lot of women, maybe you thinking with your heart, but a lot of y'all just be, it be all kind of signs, and you just be in the relationship. All kind of signs. And you just be, what's that? Oh, it's mosquitoes out here. Oh my goodness. You see what I'm saying? You have to get to the point where you looking at what's happening and you say, oh, this ain't love. This ain't love. This ain't how somebody treats you that love you. Somebody that love you is not gonna say I'm gonna call you and then don't call you, and then don't have a real reason for why they didn't call you. Somebody that loves you is not going to curse you out. Somebody that loves you is not gonna send mixed signals and have you telling you they love you but then cheating on you, and you keep catching them dealing with other people. That's somebody that loves you is not gonna do that to you. You have to understand that love is or love isn't. There is no in between love. Love is or love isn't. Love is black and white. Ain't no gray area in love. It's black and white. It is no gray area. If you have to wonder if somebody loves you, they do not love you. And then now here you go. Now here you go. Oh, oh. Some people show love differently. Just because he doesn't say he loves me doesn't mean he doesn't love me. I know he loves me. Oh, that is love. And if you don't understand that that is love, let me get my ice. That is love. And relationships go through that. Do you see the entanglement that Will and Jada's having? Do you see that Cookie stayed with Magic Johnson after he got my phone had about that after he caught HIV? You don't know what love is, Tony. Love is pain. Love is suffering. You need to read Corinthians 13. Corinthians 13 was not telling you to let this man keep cheating on you, keep putting hands on you, keep lying to you, keep deceiving you, keep spending all your money, keep treating you like an option. That is not what Corinthians 13 talking about. It is not talking about your raggedy relationship. That's talking about love for God, God's love for us, our love for mankind, talking about how we treat the world, talking about what we're going to have to deal with, what we got to suffer through in the world, that this love is long suffering, that you're going to be talked about, you're going to be persecuted as a Christian. It's talking about what you're going to go through. It ain't talking about this, your man in there like Conor McGregor on you, and you keep, oh, this is love. Listen, that's not love. If you hurting, if you crying, that's not love. That's not love. That's self-hate that you got. And it might be self-hate that he got. So understand that though. Hey, God bless y'all. And we'll talk soon. I've been trying to shoot these videos. I try to shoot me one every day, but life happens. You know, life keep getting in the way. Got a lot of real stuff going on. Just working. And but God bless you. Appreciate you for being on here. Thank you to all the moderators who helped me keep the chat clear. Thank you for everybody you see that show up in the chat. They're a member of the Blessed Tribe. And we got a good amount of members in the Blessed Tribe. I need to go back and check. But I thank y'all, for supporting the channel. I made it just $1.99 just because YouTube kept sending me emails about it. And I was like, man, let me just try this. And I didn't want to make it a price to where it's going to break you. But it's just for true and genuine supporters who able. And I really appreciate y'all for that support. And for those of you who even send in an extra blessing. And when you asking a question, because you can ask your question for free, but you send in an extra blessing and ask a question. So, hey, God bless you. And we'll talk soon.